Right, great, great. So this is the last one here, and he's just talking about that. Do you relish or abhor opportunities to demonstrate tough love? I mean, I for me, I don't relish it right now. Well, I don't know. I It's a dual thing for me. Maybe part of it is also part of growth for me. I I don't like conflict. Really, if I could avoid conflict, I would avoid conflict. But years ago, I made up my mind never to run away from one. My, I'm not going to be the one to start a conflict, but I chose never to run away from one because anyone that I run away from, I'm only going to face it. God will not grow me past the conflict I did not face. Because every conflict, God has a purpose and a reason for that conflict. And unless I'm able to handle it well, it will not take me to the next level stage of my life. There are things for me to learn, my ability to control my emotions, ability to control, you know, for me, ability for me to grow, right? When you find families where husband and wife are fighting, beating themselves, it's lack of self-control now. When there were opportunities to learn self-control, the person did not use it. So now you have wife, you are beating your wife, or wife is beating husband. It's because they did not use the opportunity to learn self-control. Right. So as much as I don't like conflict, I'm getting used to it because I don't run away from one either. I'm known as a strong-willed person. I'm the one that's going to say things that other people would not say, you know, because that's just the way I built my life. I learned from Papa Again to be authentic. That's where I learned authenticity from Papa Again, right? Not to live a double life, right? I'm not going to try to pretend to be what I'm not. It's got me into a lot of trouble. 25 years at my job, I've fought with everybody because everybody wants to make me something other than what I am. But they've all seen in 25 years, I've not changed, right? They have left and fallen by the side, but I'm still me. And I'm happy about that, because that's why I am who I am. That's why I have the strength before my confidence before God. That comes from all of that, you know. Anything anybody wants to add? Chidi, anything you want to add to that?
Nothing from me.
All right. And go ahead. You said something, Chidi.
No, I said I'm just listening.
Listening. All right. And anything you want to add to that?
Oh, no, nothing.
So number 2, what are some practical ways to respect others, even when you need to deliver bad news? And any example, you have to deliver bad news to someone and still respect the person?
Oh, well, I mean, I deliver bad news at the hospital sometimes, but it's kind of tough, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard, when you have to give them that news that their loved ones is not good, doing well. But some we make the doctors go do it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But sometimes, when a patient passes away, you still have to make that phone call, right?
Phone call, yeah.
It's really hard, It's really it's hard. You have to be empathetic.
Absolutely.
As I'm not sympathetic. I don't sympathize, but I'm empathetic. So
absolutely,
you have to really be very empathetic and respectful.
That's key word. Because you have to see it yourself. You have to walk a mile in their shoes. Right. And ask yourself, how would you want someone else to say that to you or communicate that to you, and do the same? So that's important. And that's part of what they call emotional intelligence, right? It's all about walking a mile in other people's shoe, right? If you were in their same shoe, how would you want things to be done to you? And go do the same. That's simply what emotional intelligence is all about. I got to learn that, my own tough question is not made. Let me first of all give this example. I mean, when I first got to Benin, Uniben University, I used to be part of the hospital visitation, right? We go and organize service for them on Sundays. Then after we go and visit them in the wards, pray with them and all of that. You know, I enjoy doing it because I get to go and preach. I read Word of Faith. Can I take in monthly magazine and go and preach the same message on Sundays? But there was a particular boy that was sick, and we're just praying and hoping that he would get well. When he died, I was just wondering if I was of any use. This is in the hospital. So I couldn't pray for the guy to be well. So that's why I stopped. You know. So but today, like I said, I'm able to develop that tough skin, you know, because that's what life is all about. If you're gonna make it in life, you know, you have to be able to develop tough skin. But in tough skin, you also have to be empathetic, right? You because it's a skill, which is what Chidi was alluding to earlier when we talk about authenticity. I mean, authenticity is not just being myself; it's being myself within the rules, the law, right, in a ruly way, right, whereby there's still harmony in the team and in the society. You know, so as much as I get to take tough decisions and do tough things, I still do with an empathetic mind, you know, with walking a mile in other people's shoe, you know, as a leader, right? Where people can know that I respect them and I respect them, I love them, and I'm doing this in their own interest, even though they might not understand it at this point in time. Yeah.